trees, Panther Cap. Listen to them well. They will guide you to the fairy ring, and through it you will find Toad Hollow.
Let's start climbing! Everybody up!
That's it. I can't run anymore.
Me too!
I think we're safe here.
In here!
I think we're safe from the woofer.
He found us!
No kidding.
Do you think we're safe? Huh?
Why is the ground moving?
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. What are you seeing?
I don't know.
Well, what have we here? Do I see a troop of tiny toadlets? The name is Barnaby, and the pleasure is all yours, of course. My! Just look at me! What a frog!
Excuse me.
Do you mind? You're ruining the view.
Have you seen any other toadlets?
You mean on purpose?
We've lost Elf Cup, Beauty Stem, and Panther Cap.
How careless. But thank you for sharing. You don't mind if I yawn? Well, it's been a fun-packed minute. Farewell.
Excuse me. I'm asking you a question.
And you asked it very well. Ta-ta!
But I'm talking to you.
That I did not find very funny.
We did.
He was trying to ask you a question.
I don't do questions.
I thought toads were supposed to help each other.
Toads? Did you say toads? Did he say toads? He said toads, didn't he? Please, look close. Look very close. Am I a toad? Of course I'm not.
You're not?
Now we're making progress. I am, ta-da, a frog.
What's the difference?
I'm glad you asked.
Huh?
Lights! If you're looking for a jumper that can jump along, you don't want a toadlet, but you want a frog. If you're looking for a swimmer that can swim a bog, forget the toadlet and get yourself a frog. Frogs are smarter than frogs, are stronger than frogs, are better than the toadlets. What do you know? Let's give a cheer to the frog, rah rah rah. If you're looking for something special, then why don't you go the whole hog and forget the toadlet and get yourself a frog? Big finish! Forget the toadlet and get yourself a frog. Go. Thank you, thank you. Oh no, you're too kind.
I don't think I like frogs.
Ha! Everyone's a critic.
What's that?
It's the Stompers. They come every year to get the quackers.
The quackers?
You know, the
You mean wind riders?
quackers.
Wind riders!
The woofer! Well, adventure calls! Ta-ta!
Uh-oh. Sounds close by.
How are we gonna find the others?
Up there!
I hope the others are all right.
Elf Cup, you stand guard!
How come I have to stand guard?
Elf Cup!
Fine, I'll stand guard. Oh, it's always me. I see them. They're in trouble. Quick!
Can you hear anything?
What is it telling you?
It said that... Huh? It now says we're in danger.
Danger? From what? What's going on? Oh no!
Okay, on the count of 3, we scramble. 1, 2,
3! Is everyone okay?
We're fine. No thanks to Elf Cup. It wasn't my fault.
She was sleeping, and the wolfer almost ate us up.
I wasn't sleeping. You were so. How do you know? You weren't even there.
Oyster saw you through the seal.
Oh. Well, maybe my eyes were closed, but I wasn't sleeping.
Elf Cup.
It's wrong to fall asleep when you're supposed to be on guard. But what's really wrong is for you to keep lying.
I know.
If we're gonna make it to the fairy ring, we have to trust each other. And that means we always tell the truth. Understand?
Sorry.
Enough said. Toadlets, hop to it! So, which way do we go now?
That way, in the deep wet. That's what the Thunder Tree told me. It said, across the deep wet, you must go like wind riders swimming to and fro.
We can't swim across that. It's too far.
We'll have to go around.
That'll take far too long.
There must be some way to get across.
But how?
Look, there's a toad.
Wrong.
He's a frog.
And frogs are better than toads.
Who says?
He does. He thinks he's terrific.
Yeah, but he has a boat. He can get us across the deep wet. Come on, let's go. And be real nice to him.
Yeah.
Hey! Beauty stem, panther cap, elf cup. I want you to meet Barnaby. Barnaby the frog. He's pretty special.
Why, yes, that's true. You know, most frogs aren't as green as me. And look at these feet. Why, aren't they webbed nicely?
And Barnaby here can really jump. You should see how high.
Well, you know, I do have very strong legs.
And can he sing? Can't he?
I don't know. I have my ears covered.
Anyway, Barnaby, we were wondering if you could take us across the deep wet.
The deep... what?
The deep wet. That's its name.
We need to get to the other side.
Of course I can! It would be my pleasure. Hold it. We haven't talked price.
What price?
Normally, I ask for food. Maybe a fly or two, but for you, all I want is for you to admit that frogs, that's me, are much better than toadlets. That's you.
Never.
I won't do it.
Me neither.
Well, then, I guess you don't need me to cross the, what do you call it? The deep wet. Ha ha ha!
Come on, Toadlets. We don't need his help.
Good luck!
Over here. Look what I found.
What is it?
It looks like a wind rider.
How come it's on its side?
It's not real.
It sure looks real.
We could put this wind rider in the deep wet and sail across to the other side.
Yes.
Let's go!
And roll, and roll, and roll.
Look, I think we're one of them. It's working. Quack, 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 quack. This is great.
Let's hope Medea keeps thinking we're a wind rider.
We better hurry up. Come on, Toadlets. Paddle.
I love me. I love me not. I love me. I love me not. Oh, who am I kidding? I love me.
Huh?
It's not going to work. If I can see you, so can she. I think you've got company.
Go back! Hurry!
She's seen us.
Toadlets, swim for it!
I knew that wasn't going to work. And you want to know how I knew that?
No.
Because frogs are smarter than toadlets. Now, are you ready to admit the truth?
No.
Really? Because if you do, I know how to get you across the deep wet.
No way. If we sail with you, Medea will still see us.
Who's Medea?
That's Medea.
I can get you across so Medea can't see you. But you know my price.
What makes you think you're so much better than us?
Elise! Just look at me. Look at these eyes. This noble chin. Look at this smile. I'm just brimming with personality.
Maybe if we just say frogs are better than toadlets, we don't have to mean it.
No. We'll get across the deep wet by ourselves. We don't need his help.
Oh, sure, go ahead. You figure it out for yourself. I could use another laugh.
Okay, here's my idea. We push the Wind Rider across the deep wet, and we swim beside it.
That way Medea won't see us.
Very smart, Puffball.
Who said frogs are better than toadlets?
Okay, toadlets.
I don't think she's seen us.
Oyster, keep your head low. You don't want to be spotted.
It's not going to work! Delish!
Everybody under!
What happened to the flat swimmer?
There it is!
Medea got it.
Oh, I never thought I'd be glad to see Medea.
Quick! We better get back to the shore before she comes back!
You should see your faces! I thought you were toadlets and not chicken.
We're not chickens. What's a chicken?
Don't know.
What do we do now? We have to get across the deep wet. That's what the thunder tree says.
You're not listening. I can get you across, and I can even do it without Medea seeing you. You know my prize.
Maybe we should just tell him what he wants to hear.
It doesn't have to be true.
It's not true.
Yes, but we have to do what the thunder tree says.
If we don't, we may never get to the fairy ring in time.
He can help us.
I'm waiting.
What do you think, Puffball? He does know a way across the deep wet.
I guess so. Okay, we'll tell him that frogs are better than toadlets. All right?
Okay with me. Yeah, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes.
No. No, I won't lie. It's not true. Frogs are not better than toadlets. You said it was wrong for me to lie, and now you want us to lie so we can get across the deep wet? How come it was wrong back then and not now?
It's always wrong to lie.
Let me explain something. You see, it's not a lie. Because frogs really are better than toadlets.
Frogs aren't better than toadlets. They're just different.
Yeah. Being different doesn't make you better or worse. It just makes you... Well, it makes you...
Different?
Yeah.
Elf Cup's right. We're not going to get to the fairy ring by lying our way there.
Right. You're not going to get there at all.
We'll walk around the deep wet. It'll take longer, but we'll do it together. Let's go.
You have a nice walk. A nice long walk. Now what should I do? I know. Look at me.
It's going to take us forever to walk around the deep wet.
We'll get there.
And we'll get there without lying. It's all because of that silly frog. We have to go back. It's the woofer. It's gonna get Barnaby.
What?
Uh-oh.
Toadlets! Scramble! Gotcha! Pick on someone your own size!
The trouble with woofers is that they're just too different.
Come on, Toadlets! We better get started! We still have a long way to go!
Hold it! You know, maybe I've been a little hasty about what I said about frogs being better than toadlets.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they are just different.
Does that mean you'll help us get across the deep wet?
Was there really any doubt?
We tried this already.
Ah, yes. On the top, disaster. And down below, even worse. But have you tried going across on the inside? All you have to do is hop inside and voila! Safely across the deep wet.
Medea won't see us in here. Thank you, Barnaby.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Well, maybe a nice round of applause?
A what?
Applause. It's when you clap your hands together like this. Thank you, thank you. Oh. Frogs are clever and frogs are funny, but they're not better than the toadlets. Vote-yo-do! Let's give a cheer from the frog. Rah-rah-rah! If you're looking for something special, then why not you go the whole hog? Go find the toadlet. They're just as good as a frog. Go find the toadlet. They're just as good as a frog. Thank